Still at JFK UMass. These stairs are in service, but I have to ask, when I can fit, you know, the front end of my foot into the gap underneath the step, how solid could this step possibly be? I mean, I'll grant you it's like 1/8 inch thick sheet of steel, but the other fastener for it, the adjacent one, is also in weakened concrete. I didn't kick that, I swear. So like, what's holding this in place? Really? And then you got all the other ones with cracks in them. I just, you know, it's been a while since the accident here, if you could call that an accident. And I just want to know, are you doing your due diligence? You've identified, through the worst way possible, a hot spot in your maintenance setup. What are you doing about it? Well, somebody started pouring concrete to repair the 2 steps that I was making light of in that video, but I mean, look at the other ones. Clearly still pretty bad. There's a pool on the roof. They've also done an unintentional green roof. Complete with open skylight. And it's no surprise that this is over the stairwell that's now closed that I pointed out the broken steps in.
Is this rubble?
It was.
There is a drain spout for that, and the spout is rusted out. There's no water coming out of it. All the water is running down the side of the tube. There's more coming out than there is actually flowing in. Makes you wonder how that support is doing. Is that a crack? Okay, so there's a hole right there, rusted through this steel. Now, sure, this particular piece here is basically just ornamental. It's in case some idiot climbs up there and goes off the stairwell and falls through. And alright, fine, you know, it's fairly thick, but it's not much thinner than the steel the beam is made out of. And the beam has clearly been rusting for at least as long. So the question is, considering how well these stairs here at JFK are maintained, and considering how well the rust on everything else is going, how much time does this beam have? And now another one's closed, and the other one's closed. So, new favorite stairwell actually has a working drain. So that's nice. But what does the underside look like? Jesus. That's all wood. It's pretty new too. Part of a drain pipe. That's not secured to anything. All the fasteners are gone. So that's a drain. Somebody, it's probably a piece of the pipe is missing from there. What I like about this is you can see the drain just hasn't been cleaned like ever. Water on the escalator from a leak above. Because the skylight is underwater and so is the whole ceiling. The drain for that part of the roof is not working. See how the ripples are circular? They're not teardrops as they run down the curvature of the window? It's because the whole window is underwater. It's another one of these drains that's not draining because the whole thing is clogged up underwater. Basic dam maintenance. Now you can see what the water and the salt that people use to mitigate its iciness in winter due to the overhead. So there's the underside of that floor drain that's partially draining, and there's another one further down there. You saw me tapping my foot in, it's not draining at all. I don't know what I find more interesting. The rope holding the rusted pipe up so that the wires in it don't get sheared off. That's new. Must be for the security system. Or the fairly recent looking improvised welding to hold the stairs up. Few things instill confidence, like the fact that you're under a net to catch debris from the stairs, in case the stairs give out. My compliments to the welder, who definitely put a lot of work into this. So that's what the fresh fasteners are about. The stairs. Another framework under there. There's just standing water. Just like if you look around here, there's a drain, but there's standing water around the base of it. And if we look closer in, there's standing water there too, and you can see how it's discolored that whole area. And if we look over there, you can see how the water just isn't draining anymore. And it's destroying the roof. To the point where there's plants growing up there. And the skylight that had been over there is gone. Hopefully they boarded it up. But more likely the last little pieces of it just cracked. But yeah, look at that pond. And on the roof of that, standing water. Yep. Another electric defrost. Where's the insulation though? There's usually a wrapping around these, just so you can see what a healthy one looks like. Well, healthy-ish. There's a wrapping around the outside, and you can see the blue cable sticking down through there, and the power running into it.